Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Saturday afternoon APBA baseball card and dice makes everything nice. Yes, you have entered another dimension. Welcome to the Twilight Zone Baseball. 1965, a set I picked up off eBay. I believe it's an original set. Let's look at the size of these envelopes, but either way, I don't care. I got it very reasonably priced. And I get to have a Sandy Koufax card. Awesome sauce. We're at Fenway Park. The Dodgers in 1965 won the World Series, defeating the Minnesota Twins in 7 games. Dodgers were 97 and 65. The Boston Red Sox, not so good. 62 and 100. Illuminaries here at Fenway. You have Jim Ed Rice, Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, Larry Bird, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Rocky Marciano throwing out the first pitch, Louis Tiant. Let's get to the starting lineups. Louis Tiant has thrown out the first pitch. The crowd is going insane here. It is a packed house at Fenway. We have many other illuminaries that we will be showing you between innings and pitching changes. So again, Jim Rice, Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, Larry Bird, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Rocky Marciano, both from Brockton, Massachusetts, though Hagler wasn't originally from Brockton, but he grew up there. Louis Tiant has thrown out the first pitch. They have cleared the field. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some APBA Baseball Basic. And maybe we will use this little alternate fielding chart if I remember. So we'll put that there. Hopefully I remember. Actually, let's put that right there. You can't see where I'm putting it, but well, that's not going to work out. Let's get to the starting lineup, shall we? There we go. That will work. For the visiting 1965 Dodgers, Sandy Koufax will be doing the pitching. He's an A grade XYZ modifiers. Sandy Koufax was 26 and 8 with a 2.04 ERA. The person who had this set, obviously, I like it. They wrote LA and 65, so that's cool. I don't mind that, obviously. And you can see a lot of wear and tear on these cards, but to me, they're beautiful. Maury Wills will lead things off. He'll be at short. Batting second at third base, Jim Gilliam. In center field, batting third, Willie Davis. The cleanup hitter, left fielder, Lou Johnson. Ron Fairley will be in right field, batting fifth. Batting sixth at first base, Wes Parker. The DH, 1965, Don Drysdale. Look up his stats hitting in 1965. Unbelievable. He is the DH, Don Drysdale. And he bats seventh. Batting eighth, second baseman, Jimmy Lefevre. Batting ninth, doing the catching, Johnny Roseboro. All right. We have many more luminaries here at Fenway Park. Earl Wilson gets the start here in Twilight Zone Baseball. Earl Wilson was 13 and 14 with a 3.98 ERA. I think this 65 Red Sox team could hit a bit. The pitching, not so good. So Earl Wilson. Lenny Green leads things off in center. The Cat, Felix Mantilla, bats second, plays first. Tony Canigliaro, the youngster from Massachusetts, plays right field, bats third. Carl Yastrzemski's in left field, the cleanup hitter. Rico Petrocelli bats fifth at short. Frank Malzone bats sixth at third base. Eddie Brassu, how do you do, is the DH, batting seventh. Chuck Schilling bats eighth, plays second base. Bob Tillman is the backstop, a.k.a. the catcher, batting ninth. The Dodgers have 40 defensive points. They will be fielding column 2. The Red Sox have 36 defensive points. They also will be fielding column 2. And if I remember, I've been fooling around with this little chart here, which will, individual defensive ratings on certain roles. And I think I need to put this actually where I can see it immediately, or I'm going to forget. And I might forget. I'm a human being. Let's put that like that. Let's put the benches over there. Okay. And those luminaries are done. Put them down there. So Wilson will be on the bump. We got to say hello to some luminaries in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat. Koufax here. Do you want to do it like this? Let's do it like this. We're going to go like this. Okay. And that is that. We'll put these guys over here. All right. In the press booth, we have Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. David Selinsky, how you doing? Dave Gardner, check out and subscribe to that channel. Dave Volsky, how are you? Check out and subscribe to his new channel. To Sunken 007, how you doing? Thank you for being here for some Twilight Zone Baseball afternoon style. Kenny Castro, hope all is well. Feel free to jump in and join the chat. Who else do we see here at Fenway Park? The cameras have caught Orenthal, James Simpson, O.J. Simpson's here at Fenway. All right, O.J. As Wilson's right about to complete his warm-up tosses, the camera pans the field. John L. Sullivan, the Boston Strong Boy himself, is at Fenway Park. All right. So Wilson's done with his warm-up tosses. He'll face Maury Wills. Wills is a fast runner, so you want to keep him off the base paths. Again, we're playing APBA basic. Wilson to Maury Wills, switch hitter batting lefty. That's a 12 to Maury Wills. A 12 is a 25. Wills swings the stick. Ground ball. Ex-pitcher gets a strikeout. Wilson is a wide pitcher, so after a foul ball, Maury Wills grounds to Schilling. Schilling throws to the cat Mantilla. 1 down. Good start for the Red Sox. That's a 4-3 put out. One out. Switch hitting third baseman Jim Gilliam steps to the plate into the left-hander's batter's box. Wilson rocks and deals to Gilliam. We're looking at a 46 for Gilliam. 46 is a 29. One hopper back to Wilson. Wilson fields his position well, throws to Mantilla, 2 away, 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Red Sox throw it around the infield. Base is empty for the Dodgers center fielder, left-hand batting Willie Davis. Wilson looks in at Tillman. He kicks and deals to Willie Davis. 21 to Willie Davis. That's a 32. Willie Davis sends a fly ball to center field. Lenny Green is there. Green makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the 65 Dodgers. Good start for the Red Sox. And the Duke of Earl, Earl Wilson. So a 1, 2, 3 inning. Here comes Sandy Koufax, the left arm of God. Koufax takes the mound here at Fenway Park. Historical moment. Koufax will go through his warm-up tosses. Koufax to face Green, Mantilla, Canigliaro. If anyone gets on, Carl Yastrzemski. Who else is here at Fenway Park? Doug Flutie. There's Doug Flutie here to take on Twilight Zone Baseball. So Doug Flutie is here at Fenway. Koufax is done with his warm-up tosses. Lenny Green steps into the left-hander's batter's box. This is a tough matchup for Green, lefty-lefty, against the left arm of God. Koufax with the high leg kick delivery to Lenny Green. Lenny Green with double ones. It's a 0, a re-roll on the D column. Lenny Green with a 55. It's gone! Lenny Green with a leadoff homer. Koufax challenged him with a fastball. Lenny Green wraps it down the right field line out of Fenway Park. 1-0 Red Sox. Fenway Park explodes as Lenny Green rounds the bases to the joy of Jim Rice, Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, Larry Bird. Bippity boppity boom goes the ball. Lenny Green touches them all. A double one, a double five. It's gone, baby, gone. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. 1-0 Red Sox. The crowd is going insane. 1-0 Boston. Tom Brady. Is that Tom Brady? It is Tom Brady in the crowd. Tom Brady cheering, standing up and cheering. Unbelievable. Wow. 1-0. What a start for the Red Sox. This team can hit a bit. Pitching, not so good. That will bring up Felix Mantilla, the cat, to face Sandy Koufax. Koufax needs to regroup here. Koufax to the right-hand batting first baseman for the Red Sox. Mantilla, that's a 53. 53 is a 19. 19, ground ball to third. Let's go to our chart here. Third baseman is a 4. Still a fielding column, too, so that's going to be an error on Gilliam. Not a good start. Gilliam boots the ball. Picks it up, kicks the dirt. Mantilla's at first, no outs. Holy cow. Fenway crowd still abuzz by the Lenny Green homer to right off Koufax. Runner at first, no outs for a Massachusetts and Fenway favorite, Tony C. Anthony Richard Canigliaro. Canigliaro digs in that right-hander's batter's box. Koufax probably's got to go to a curveball here. Picks up the sign from Roseboro. The pitch to Tony Canigliaro, 36, runner at first, no outs. 36 is a 14. 14. Koufax has control. Ball 1-0 count. Again, he deals to Canigliaro. 21. 21, swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. So Koufax gets his first K. 1 out. Mantilla still at first for Carl Yastrzemski. Lefty-lefty matchup. Koufax to Yaz. 43. What will it be? We shall see. 43 is a 29. 29. Swing and a miss. As he's an XY pitcher. He gets Yastrzemski on the curveball that just drops off the table. So a homer, an error on Gilliam, then striking out Canigliaro and Yastrzemski, 2 fine young bats for the 1965 Boston Red Sox. That will bring up another fine young bat, Rico Petrocelli. Mantilla will be off on contact. Koufax rocks and deals to Petrocelli, 36 to Rico Petrocelli. 36 is a 33. Koufax jams Petrocelli, popped up. Left side. Gilliam squeezes it. The side is retired. But the leadoff homer by Lenny Green gives the Bostonians a 1-0 lead at Fenway Park. Koufax regrouped nicely after the error. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. So 1-0 Boston. We go to the top of the second, due up for the Dodgers, Johnson, Fairley, Parker. If anyone gets on, the DH, Don Drysdale. You heard me right. Don Drysdale. Look up his 1965 batting stats. That's a pitcher you don't mind hitting. Earl Wilson back up on the bump. Wilson throws his warm-up tosses. Top of the second, 1-0 Red Sox. Twilight Zone Baseball, 1965. I do believe it's an original set. Again, I don't care about that, but you have to see the size of these freaking envelopes. And the person wrote on them. I kind of like that. That's cool. Cameras. Who else do we see here at Fenway Park? Oh, one of Ted Williams' favorites, Dominic DiMaggio. Dominic DiMaggio, center fielder for the Red Sox in the 40s and 50s. There's Dommy, the little professor. So Dominic DiMaggio is here at Fenway. All right, Earl Wilson to face the right-hand batting Lou Johnson. Righty-righty matchup. Wilson to Johnson. That's a double one. Reroll. 45. So Johnson's going to rip a pitch here. 45 is a 6. 45 is a 6 on the D column. It's a smash to left center field. Off the green monster. Stand-up double for Lou Johnson. Dodgers trying to tie it right away. Johnson at second, no outs. Stepping to the plate, to the left-hand batter's box, right fielder Ron Fairley. Triple G Sports replays How You Doing Hope All as well. Check out and subscribe to that channel. Runner at second is Johnson. He's a fast runner. Wilson looks over his shoulder. Now the pitch to Ron Fairley. Homeward bound, 62. How do you do? A 62 is a 13. Strike 3 looking. Fairley doesn't like the call. Tillman framed the breaking pitch. 1 out. Switch hitting first baseman Wes Parker to the left-hander's batter's box. Ted Williams looks on with concern. Runner at second. Wilson to Parker, who did some acting. 35 to Wes Parker. 35 is a 14. Runner at second. 14. Ball 4. So they pitch carefully to Parker, thinking that they can get Drysdale. First and second. We go to this chart here. Slide this over to the middle. First and second, 1 out. The pitcher, who is the DH today, Don Drysdale. Wilson to Drysdale, who likes to grip and rip. 61 to Drysdale. Drysdale with a mighty swing. 24. He's going to bang into the double play here. Make sure 24 is not on here. A hard hit ball to short. Petrocelli to Schilling on to Mantilla. The side is retired. 6-4-3. Drysdale ripped it. A tough one hopper, a short hop on Petrocelli. Quickly sends it to Schilling on to Mantilla. Beautiful double play. The leadoff double and walk do not hurt. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 65 Red Sox over the 65 Dodgers. As we switch our charts, Sandy Koufax hoping for a better start in the second. He gave up a leadoff homer to Lenny Randle when he challenged Randle with a fastball, and Lenny sent it out to right and bye-bye. So Koufax back up on the bump. Koufax to face Malzone, Eddie Bersu, Chuck Schilling. If anyone gets on, Tillman, Bob Tillman, the catcher. Cameras panning Fenway Park. Sweetness, Walter Payton is here. Walter Payton, the man they call Sweetness, is here at Fenway to check out this Twilight Zone Baseball. All right, Koufax is ready to deal to the right-hand batting third baseman of the Boston Red Sox, Frank Malzone. The leg kick delivery to Malzone, 55. Frank Malzone with a 55. If it's an 8, we know it's an out. Where's 55? 55 is an 8. A-grade pitcher. Jams him. Popped up. Third base. Came high and tight. Gilliam makes the catch. 1 out. So Koufax not playing now. He gave up the homer to Lenny Randle and says, I own the inside of that plate. Eddie Brasseau, how do you do? Brasseau is the DH. The pitch to the right-hand batting Brasseau from the left arm of God. Sandy Koufax, 41. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Oh, he just blew it by Brasseau. 3 Ks for Koufax. Dave Gardner says, I'm setting up a football game, not sure what team yet. What is it, 77, Uncle Dave? Uncle Dave had a long chat last night. I'm going to have to go back and listen to a bit of that. So make sure to check out that and subscribe to Uncle Dave Gardner's channel. Oh, 1984, sweet. Put a little Dan Marino. Dan Marino, is that his rookie year? Dan Marino would be cool. It's up to you, though. Play the game, the teams you want. But Marino, I think that's his rookie year. They went to the Super Bowl against San Francisco. They actually scored first and then got hammered. Chuck Schilling with 1 out. Koufax to the right-hand batting. Chuck Schilling, second baseman for the Bostonians. 13. 83 is his rookie year. Okay, thank you. 13. Usually that's a walk. And it is. 13 is usually a walk. I don't know why. I mean, you look at the card, it goes to 14. But let's make sure base is empty. I don't think he's got to be a double ZZ pitcher. He's only a Z pitcher, so that's a walk. A 1-out walk. Swedish Jeff, 24. How you doing? Check out his channel. Swedish_Jeff_2024. So Schilling at first, 1 out for Bob Tillman, the number 9 batter. Right-hand batting catcher of the Boston Red Sox. Koufax has struck out 3. Koufax looks towards first. Now has the sign from Johnny Roseboro. The pitch to Bob Tillman. 55 to Bobby Tillman. 55 is an 8. Runner at first. A slow chopper towards the mound. Koufax picks it up, goes immediately to first to get the second out. Advancing to second with 2 outs is Chuck Schilling. Tillman out 1-3. Top of the order, Lenny Green. Green with a leadoff homer to start off the bottom of the first. Steps to the left-hander's batter's box to face the left arm of God one more time. So we have Schilling at second now. We got to switch to. I like these radio charts. I'm trying to pick up for football old radio charts with a draw and screenplays and everything. But I have to buy a season that I actually already sort of have just to get them if I really want them. Well, I have the playoff teams because I got the playoff teams from 82 from Chris White. I bought them, Chris White. I've got all the playoff teams, so I could get the 82 season to get those charts, and I get the rest of the teams. And I guess I could just give away the other teams. I don't know. Dolphins Raiders coming up on Dave Gardner's channel. So if you start streaming, feel free to go there. 2 outs, Schilling at second. Koufax to Green, who homered in his first at-bat. 21 to Lenny Green, 21, 32, 32, 32. That's not, 32, right fielder. All right, so let's check our alternate chart. Right fielder is Fairley. He's a 2. It's going to stay with the fielding column 2. He's going to make the running catch, and the side is retired. So Green flies out to Fairley to right center. The Red Sox strand a runner at second. We go to the top of the third. 1-0. The boys from Boston of 1965. Okay. So Koufax gets some revenge there against Lenny Green. Earl Wilson, 2 shutout innings, back to the bump for the Red Sox. Wilson will face Lefevre, Roseboro. Top of the order, Maury Wills. So Wilson going through his warm-up tosses. Who else is here at Fenway Park? Mark the Bird Fidrich. Mark the Bird Fidrich here at Fenway, another Massachusetts native and favorite of the state of Massachusetts. So Mark the Bird Fidrich here at Fenway Park. Wilson to the switch-hitting Lefevre, batting lefty, to lead off the top of the third. 23 to Jimmy Lefevre. 23 of 30. Fly ball to left. Let's check our alternate fielding chart. 30. It stays at fielding column 2. Yastrzemski makes the catch. Oh, shoot. Well, it's an out anyway. I had the wrong chart. 30. Yastrzemski makes the catch towards the gap. 1 down. Nice running catch to left center by Carl Yastrzemski. He called off Lenny Green. Number 9 batter, the catcher Johnny Roseborough. Base is empty. The pitch to the left-hand batting Roseborough from the right-hand hurling Earl Wilson, the Duke. 26. 32. 32. That's another fly ball to right center gap. Tony Canigliaro on the move, reaches up and makes the catch. So Tony C makes the catch. 2 away. Excellent job for the Red Sox defensive corner outfielders, Yastrzemski and Canigliaro. 2 outs, top of the order. Maury Wills, the speedster. Doug Hunt, how you doing? As Doug says, hello, Alan, everyone. Hope all is well. Well, we're waiting for some snow here in Massachusetts. The pitch to Maury Wills, 0 for 1. Wilson to Wills. Switch hitter batting lefty, 24. 24. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. That was a 13. Wilson picks up his second K. Wilson has thrown 3 shutout innings. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Red Sox. A surprising leadoff homer by Lenny Green when Koufax challenged him with a fastball. Koufax can go about, he averaged 8 1/3 innings. So obviously if he's pitching well, he's going the whole game. And Wilson averaged about 7 innings per start in 1965. I just divided their innings pitched by games started. Koufax takes the mound, the left arm of God. He will face Mantilla, Canigliaro, Yastrzemski. If anyone gets on, Petrocelli, those 3 names, I'd like to buy a vowel, please. Who else is here at Fenway to watch this magnificent matchup? Sandy Koufax on the mound at friendly Fenway Park. Jim Plunkett is here. Yes, Jim Plunkett. Oh, there's Jimmy. Jim Plunkett is here at friendly Fenway Park. Koufax ready to deal to Mantilla. The pitch to the right-hand batting first baseman, El Gato, the cat. Mantilla, 42. 42 is a 12. That's an interesting one. A 12, fielding column 2. Hard hit ball to first. Wes Parker, backhanded stab, wins the foot race to the bag. Mantilla is out on the ground ball. 1 down. Tony Canigliaro was a strikeout victim. On deck, Yastrzemski was a strikeout victim. Canigliaro digs in. Koufax with the breaking pitch. 22 to Tony Canigliaro. 22 is a 7. And that will be a blooper into center field. As he's an A-grade pitcher. Base is empty on the 7. That is a blooper. And I like to say to center field. So Canigliaro a little bit fooled on the breaking pitch, but held back enough to bloop it to center. A 1-out single for Tony Canigliaro, who's a fast runner in 1965. Carl Yastrzemski struck out his first time up, as we previously stated. We go to the runner at first base chart. Koufax to Yastrzemski, 53 to Yaz. Runner at first, 53 is a 17. Let's just check that out. 17. So that ball is hit to right. 17. The right fielder. So we're gonna. I'm looking at this chart here. So 17's right fielder. Fairley's a 2, so it's going to still stay a fielding. See, if he was a 3, it would go to fielding column 1. That's kind of interesting. I like doing that. But it's going to stay fielding column 2, and he's not going to get there. So that's a single to right. Runner to third. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a hit. 17. Single to right. Runner to third. Fast runner scores. But it's only a single. Batter to second on the throw. Well, Canigliaro is a fast runner. I don't know how you score from first on a single. I'm looking at runner at first. So I guess it was like a hit and run. I still don't know how the hell you score from first on a single. But let's look at that again. Wow. 17. Single to right. Runner to third. Fast runner scores. Well, it's 2-0 Red Sox. That's what it says. That's a little confusing. But somehow Canigliaro scores. Must have been a hit and run, and he really was running. Yastrzemski singles, takes second on the throw to the plate. Again, Canigliaro just runs through that stop sign. Yaz doesn't get a double. He takes second on the throw. Roseboro, as well as Fairley, totally stunned. Fairley moving towards deep right center to cut it off. It's 2-0 Red Sox. Ken Castro says it's like the fielder bobbled the ball or had trouble getting it out of his glove. Yeah, that's what it is. Again, that's the first time I've ever had that, Ken. 17, single to right, fast runner, and Canigliaro is a fast runner. Not because I put the F there. I will show you his card. This 65 team, I've played it a little bit in other games. See, he's a fast runner, F. They actually can hit. They don't pitch well, but they can actually hit. 2-0. Who would have thunk it? 2-0 Red Sox. And Yastrzemski's at second with one out. Throw to the plate. Here's Rico Petrocelli. He popped out to third. He's 0 for 1. Runner at second. So that's sort of like a rare play built into the game. That's what I like about APBA. I don't need a rare play chart. There's enough wild stuff that happens here on occasions. Here's a pitch to Rico Petrocelli. 32 to Petrocelli. Runner at second, one out. 32 to Rico Petrocelli is a 26. 26. And we won't look at this unless there's some sort of change here. I just realized that. What I'm saying is I won't look at this. If it's all red across the board, it doesn't matter. And 26. That ball's hit to second. But I'll show you. It's a red all across the board. Making the play is Lefevre as he throws to Parker. Petrocelli's retired. Advancing to third is Yastrzemski. So Al. If it's all red, I don't have to look at this fielding chart, which I do like, this little alternate fielding chart. So if you have a better defender, like say you have a 3 and your team's a fielding column 2 on these rolls, it might make a difference depending on the situation. And that's kind of cool. Again, I don't know how the APBA formula works, but it works very well. And it's an enjoyable difference from Strat. I love that game. I love History Maker Baseball. Love all 3 games. And they all scratch different itches. So runner at third, 2 outs, 2-0 Red Sox. Bottom of third for Big Frank Malzone. Red Sox right-hand batting third baseman. He popped out to third. Koufax to Malzone. 66. It's a reroll. Oh, my God. Sandy Koufax getting roughed up here at Fenway Park. 46. 46 is a 6. That's going to score Yastrzemski, obviously. As Malzone doubles off the monster in left center field. 3-0 Red Sox. They have plated 2 here in the bottom of the third, so Malzone is now 2 for 1. Koufax, holy cow, facing these bats from Boston, and they're putting a beat down on the left arm of God. Eddie Brosseau was a strikeout victim. Runner at second. The pitch to Brosseau, 16 to Eddie Brosseau, is a 28. 28's going to end the inning. Ground ball to short. Maury Wills has it, throws to Wes Parker, but the Red Sox score 2, and it all started with the hustling Tony Conigliaro at first. Top of 4, 3-0 Red Sox. Unbelievable. Sandy Koufax being roughed up here at Fenway Park. To the joy of Jim Rice, Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, Larry Bird. Earl Wilson now with a 3-run lead. He takes the hill. Will go through his warm-up tosses. Wilson and the Red Sox will face Gilliam, Willie Davis, Lou Johnson. If anyone gets on, Ron Fairley. Who else is here at Fenway for this epic matchup? Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson. Some playful boos from the Fenway faithful. Now they cheer Bob. Bob, who would throw at his own grandmother if she crowded the plate. Bobby Gibson, everyone. So Bob Gibson is here. Love Bob Gibson. Earl Wilson. So if Wilson goes 5 shutout innings, his C grade will go to a B grade. And then if he throws 6 shutout innings, it goes to an A grade. I think that's the way you play that. 5 consecutive innings, no runs, increase a grade. 6 consecutive innings, increase another grade. So he can get to an A. He could be pitching just a hell of a game, which he is. Wilson to Gilliam. Gilliam 0 for 1. He grounded to first. 21 to Gilliam. 21's a 32. Runner at and base is empty. 32. Fly ball to right center field. Racing over is Tony Conigliaro, reaching out. Tony C makes the catch to the joy of the Fenway faithful. Conigliaro, another fine defensive play in right. Midlife Crisis, how you doing? World's Worst Gamer, Michael Canastari. Alternate History 100. Check out that channel and subscribe, as well as yes, his channel. And Doug Hunt is here. Lots of people for afternoon baseball. I believe Dave Gardner's doing a football game shortly, so feel free to check that out. 1 out for Willie Davis. Left-hand batting center fielder. He flew out to his counterpart, Lenny Green. Green is homered for the Red Sox to lead off the game. Here's the pitch from Wilson to Davis. 35 to Willie Davis. 35 is a 40. That's an interesting one. 40 fouled out a play. Strike 1. Is he a wild pitcher? No. So an 0-1 count. Davis steps back in the box. Wilson has a sign from Tillman. He kicks and deals to Willie Davis once again. It's a 56. 56 is a 34. 34. Popped out a wide pitcher. It's popped up left side. Going over is Petrocelli. He's going to run out of room. Wilson comes back. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Down and away. Oh, he made Willie Davis chase, as he is a wide pitcher. So Davis, after popping it foul, strikes out. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 4th for the Dodgers. They trail 3-0. Wilson out dueling the left arm of God, Sandy Koufax. Lou Johnson doubled his first time up. Pitch homeward bound to the right-hand batting Lou Johnson. Righty-righty matchup. So it's a 4-3. A 43 to Lou Johnson. 29. Johnson swings the stick. That is a hard hit ball back up the middle. Knocked down by Wilson. Wilson to his left. Picks it up. Pivots. Fires to Mantilla. 1-2-3. Go the Dodgers in the top of the 4th. Wilson pumps his fist. Gets congratulations from Tillman as they enter the dugout. 3-0 65 Red Sox over the 65 Dodgers. First time we're playing the 65 set. An original set, I believe. An original set. I think. I don't care anyway. I got it really cheap. And that's all I care about. All right, so that's the 5th. So Wilson is pitching a gem. Koufax has given up 3 runs in 3 innings. Unheard of. Koufax to face Schilling, Tillman, top of the order, Lenny Green. Koufax done with his warm-up tosses. The crowd. Who else is in the crowd? Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt the Stilt is here supporting Sandy Koufax. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, one of my all-time favorite basketball players. If I had to start a team, I would start it with Wilt Chamberlain, just my opinion. Oh, Wilt the Stilt is here at Fenway Park. So many luminaries. Also in the press booth, we have Doug Hunt, Michael Conestari, Midlife Crisis, Mark Ferguson, World's Worst Gamer, Ken Castro, Swedish Jeff 2024, Triple G Sports Replays, Alternate History 100, Doug Hunt, Dave Gardner, Dwayne Mart's YouTube network, to Sunken 007. Good to see you all. Doug Hunt says, NFL playoffs today, Texans, Chiefs, and Commanders versus Lions. Who you got? I hope the Lions win. And I think the Texans could upset the Chiefs. Just the Chiefs have been very fortunate this year, winning games, and maybe the luck runs out in the playoffs. But it's tough to bet against Mahomes and the Chiefs. Those are just my opinions. But I hope Detroit wins for sure. RJL Network has joined us. Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. Our good friend Robert. All right, Chuck Schilling leads off the bottom of the 4th against Sandy Koufax. Koufax to Schilling. He walked his first time up. 22. A 22 is a 7, and that's going to be a base hit. Another blooper to center, so Chuck Schilling is 1 for 1, been on base twice. The A grade does not stop a 7. Runner at first. That will bring up Bob Tillman. They're up 3-0. I should bunt here. Again, APBA Basic does not have sort of a bunt rating, but I assume it's built in. And then you have your bunt chart. But, I don't have good luck on bunts. Tillman's going to swing the stick. Runner at first. Koufax to Tillman. 0 for 1, Bobby is. 21 to Bob Tillman. 21, swing and a miss. Oh, he just blew the fastball by him. Koufax has now recorded 4 strikeouts in 4 innings. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the order, Lenny Green homered off Koufax to start off the game for the Red Sox, then flew out to right field in Ron Fairley. Koufax has the sign from Johnny Roseboro. Pitch homered bound to Lenny Green. 61 to Lenny Green. 61's a 14. But Koufax is a Z pitcher. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Again, the pitch to Lenny Green. 55! Unbelievable. If it's an 8, he is out. Well, possibly. 55 is an 8. And that's going to be a chopper to the mound. Koufax bobbles it a bit. That's going to allow the runner to go to second. Koufax takes the sure out at first. So the A Voodoo takes away that hit on the 8. So Schilling's at second now. Lenny Green's 1 for 3. He grounds out to Koufax. Runner at second. As we switch the charts, Sports Time Machine has joined us. Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. Felix Mantilla's 0 for 2. He did reach on the error by Gilliam in the first. 2 outs. Schilling will be off on contact. He's at second base. Koufax has struck out 4, but given up 3 runs. The pitch to the Cat, Felix Mantilla. 46 to Mantilla. 46. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Sandy Koufax. That breaking pitch drops off the table. It's one of the nastiest curveballs you'll ever see. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-0 Red Sox. If Earl Wilson throws a shutout inning here, he will go from a C grade to a B grade. So this is a huge inning for Wilson and the Red Sox. RLJ Network, our good friend Robert says, you have the same luck on bunts as you do on field goals. Just saying. Oh, absolutely. That's why I don't bunt. That's why I don't. We played the other night. Man, how many bad bunt rolls did I roll? And, I mean, it was appropriate, in my opinion, to play small ball in those situations. We were using strat, and my God, I just rolled god-awful. Okay, top of the 5th. Wilson back up on the hill. He'll face Fairleigh Parker, Don Drysdale, the DH. If anyone gets on Jimmy Lefevre, who else is here at Fenway for this epic matchup? As we pan the crowd, Arnold Palmer! Arnold Palmer, my all-time favorite golfer. Arnold Palmer is here. Look at, there's Arnie and his army. And Fenway erupts as they see Arnold Palmer. Ron Fairleigh digs in the left-hander's batter's box. 3-0 Red Sox. Top of the 5th. Wilson to Fairleigh. 41 to Ron Fairleigh. 41's a 26. Base is empty. I know it's an out, but what kind of out? 26. Grounder to Schilling at second. He throws to Mantilla. 1 down. I really do like APBA Basic. And again, it's just something, it's nice to change up. I understand strat. I understand APBA now. I'm not an expert at either game, and I play it the way I want to play it. And I do like History Maker Baseball. And I have 66 Koufax for History Maker Baseball. I'm going to have some fun Twilight Zone between the 98 teams I have for History Maker Baseball and Sandy Koufax. Because I do love me Sandy Koufax. 1 out for Wes Parker. Switch hitting first baseman, batting lefty. Parker is actually no official at bat. He walked. The pitch to Parker from Wilson, 22. How do you do? 22 is an 8. The C grade will not stop that. That's a chopper up the middle. So a single for Wes Parker. Parker's on with 1 out. Don Drysdale banged into a 4-6-3 double play as he ripped the ball to Petrocelli on a 1-hopper. It short-hopped at Petrocelli, who handled it quite nicely, sent to Schilling and on to Mantilla. That ended the top of the 3rd. So Wilson to Don Drysdale. Drysdale doesn't get the doubles he's looking for. That's a 24 to Don, who's the DH today. 24, swing and a miss. Oh, man, he was trying to jack it out of Fenway. 2 outs with Parker at first. He will be off on contact. Wes Parker is a fast runner. Jimmy Lefevre looking for some 2-out magic. Flew out to Yastrzemski and left. Wilson looks towards first and Parker. Now in at the plate. Has the sign from Bobby Tillman. The pitch to Jimmy Lefevre. 61 to Jimmy Lefevre. 61 is a 37. Let's check out if the 37's on this little chart here. It is not. So a 37. That ball is hit back up the middle. Oh, wait. 37. That ball's not hit back up the middle. 37. It's a toss over to first. Picked off. Wilson picks off Wes Parker, who's getting a little too jiggy with it at first base. Slap tag by the cat. Mantilla, the side is retired. That's what I'm talking about, APBA. They have enough built-in stuff. To me, you don't need a rare play chart. That's just me, though. So again, we rolled a 61. That's a 37. Pick off Wilson to Mantilla. Parker is out. I mean, that is so cool. The side is retired. Lefevre will be at the plate when they come back up in the top of the 6th. So 5 scoreless innings. Wilson goes to a B grade, and I love that about APBA, as he is pitching a very good game. Picked off 1-3. So Lefevre will lead off the top of the 6th. Wilson has his ducks in a row. Koufax to the mound, bottom of the 5th. Red Sox up 3-0. Koufax to face Conigliaro, who started that 2-run rally in the bottom of the 3rd when he scored all the way from first on a Yastrzemski single. Lefevre, Fairley, in right field, got caught off guard, bobbled the ball a bit, couldn't get it out of his glove, and Conigliaro ran through the stop sign, scored. Fenway erupted in joy and jocularity. Yastrzemski would then score on the double by Frank Malzone. Who else is here at Fenway Park? Gino Cappelletti. Gino Cappelletti, 1964 American Football League MVP with 155 points scored. Gino Cappelletti. Gino Cappelletti. Koufax to face Conigliaro. Tony C. has struck out, singled, and scored. The left arm of God to the youngster. Right hand batting, Tony C. Conigliaro! Double one. That's a 5. That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is over the Green Monster heading west on the Mass Turnpike. It is gone. Tony Conigliaro homers on the bippity boppity boom. A-grade pitcher 5. That is gone, baby, gone. Tony Conigliaro. The Red Sox get another homer off of the left arm of God. It is unbelievable. 4-0 Red Sox. Fenway Park is exploding as the youngster Tony C. from Massachusetts rounds the bases, hits home plate, greeted by Carl Yastrzemski. You can see Jim Rice with a huge smile on his face, Bobby Orr pumping his fist, Ted Williams loving it, Larry Bird loving it. 4-0 Red Sox on the Tony C. blast. Hold on a second. God, fudge knocker. Base is empty, 5. It's a double. It's a double. I realized I was looking at runner at first. So now they're saying it's a double. After a tremendous home run call on my part, we'll have to get Captain White out. I realized I didn't flip the charts. And that's my error. Error on L, Red Sox fan. So it's a double left center field. All right, well, the good news is we actually didn't fill it out yet. So Conigliaro actually doubles. They're going to say it's a foul ball, and then he doubles. And that's not happy with the Fenway faithful. The umpires get together. So a leadoff double for Conigliaro. He takes second after he steps back in the box. So Conigliaro at second for Carl Yastrzemski. Still 3-0. Man, was that a good home run call. Here's the pitch to Yaz. Runner at second. I knew something was wrong there. I'm like, wait, that's not right. The pitch to Yaz. Yaz! Okay. Double ones. Man, we're rolling a lot of doubles for the Red Sox. That's a 6. Runner at second. We have the right chart. And that's a double to left center field. Back-to-back doubles by Conigliaro and Yastrzemski. 4-0 Red Sox. Both players hit the Green Monster. Yastrzemski knocks in his second run. No outs. Yastrzemski at second. 4-0 Red Sox. Koufax getting pounded here. He's going to stay in the game, though. Trying to get him through this inning. The pitch to Rico Petrocelli. No outs. Runner at second. 26 for Rico. 26. Swing and a miss. So Koufax, 6 strikeouts, but he's given up 4 runs. And if Koufax gives up another run, earned run that is, and he might have given up 1 unearned run. Nope, that wasn't unearned because the error came after. He's going to drop to a B grade. Frank Malzone has doubled in a run. 1 out, runner at second is Yastrzemski. The pitch to big Frank Malzone. That's a 36 to Frank Malzone. 36 of 33. Strikes out Malzone as he's an X modifier. So Malzone strikes out. 7 Ks for Koufax. Got him on the breaking pitch. 2 outs. Yastrzemski will be off on contact for Eddie Brosseau, the DH. Brosseau digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Koufax, you can see, not happy with himself. Pitch homeward bound to Brosseau. Yastrzemski will be off on contact. 45 to Eddie Brosseau. 45 is a 14. Runner at second. Ball 4. The Z grade doesn't help him there. First and second. 2 outs as we hit the camera. Number 8 batter, Chuck Schilling. 1 for 1 with a walk, so he's been on base both times. His 1 hit was a single. Koufax to Schilling, 65 to Chuck Schilling. 65 is a 35. Not on the little chart here. 35. Lofted near the seats. Going over is Roseboro. He leaps into the stands. He makes the catch. The side is retired. Had Koufax been a W, it would have been a ball. So what a play by Johnny Roseboro. The side is retired. The Red Sox played another run in the bottom of the 5th, 4-0 Boston. We go to the top of the 6th, 5 scoreless innings for Wilson. He's now a B grade. I just want to check quite quickly. Reduction. If a pitcher allows 5 earned runs in any 3 or fewer consecutive innings, Oh, he's not close to it then. He's got 3. So again, he's not in danger of losing his A grade. But the 1965 Red Sox have 4 runs off Sandy Koufax. Again, this 65 team can hit. Alternate History 100 says Sandy isn't himself today. Maybe someone quantum leaped him. Oh, I used to like that show, Quantum Leap. The original. I never seen the new one. So Earl Wilson's a B grade now due to his 5 shutout innings. If he pitches a 6th shutout inning, he'll be an A grade for the rest of the game. Can't go higher than an A when you're advancing. All right. So once again, they pan. Louis Tiant threw out the first pitch. And there's Louis. Earl Wilson will face Lefevre, who was at the plate when Parker was picked off at first. Then Roseboro, who just made that magnificent catch going into the stands. Top of the order, Maury Wills. The pitch to Jimmy Lefevre. Switch hitter batting lefty. Base is empty. That is a 42. And let's make sure we go to the base is empty chart. 42. So Lefevre, 42 is a 12. Hard hit ball to Mantilla. He snares it, wins the foot race to the bag. Lefevre's 0 for 2 on the ground out to first. Johnny Roseboro 0 for 1. The pitch to the left-hand batting catcher of the Dodgers, Roseboro. Not a fan favorite of Juan Marichal. And vice versa. So we have a 45. 45 is a 14. That will be a walk. Wilson is not a double ZZ pitcher. I don't even know if they had double ZZ pitchers in 1965, but it is a walk. 1 out, Roseboro at first. Dodgers desperately need a run here. They're down 4-0. Top of the order, Maury Wills. Roseboro is a neutral runner. Maury Wills is grounded out and struck out. Runner at first. Red Sox hope to turn 2. Wilson looks in at Tillman. Pitch homeward bound to Maury Wills. Switch hitter batting lefty. It's a 62 to Maury Wills. 62. Swing and a miss. That's a 13. Let's double check. Yep, got him. Swing and a miss. Wilson has struck out Maury Wills for his second time. 5 Ks for the Duke. Earl Wilson, the Duke. That's my nickname I gave him. 2 outs. Roseboro will be off on contact. Third baseman, switch hitting batter, Jim Gilliam, 0 for 2. Wilson rocks and deals to Gilliam, 53. Roseboro will be off on contact, 53. What will it be? We shall see. 53 is a 20. 20. Now we will go. So that ball is hit. So it's a 20. Let's go here. 20. Second baseman. Schilling is an 8. So that's going to stay with the middle fielding column. And that's a 20. Schilling commits the error. Had he been a 9 or 10, it would move to the fielding column 1 and he makes the play. So that is really cool. That's cool. But he still, so that does bring in the individual fielding in the basic game, because this is just the basic game rules. E4, Roseboro to second, Gilliam at first, inning stays alive, Willie Davis to the plate. So if he gives up a run, no earned runs. It would be unearned. That run would be unearned. And then if he gets an out, I think he still goes to an A grade. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that but if it says it has to be earned runs. Willie Davis 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout. Big moment for the Dodgers trying to get back in this game. Wilson to Willie Davis, another left-handed bat that Wilson has to battle in this Dodgers lineup. 12, 25. 25 not on the chart. And we have first and second. 25 should end the inning. Would have been a double play ball. They don't need it. We're going to call the 6-4 force out at second. The side is retired. So Petrocelli to Schilling, as it would have been a 6-4-3 on the 25. So again, that's a 12. 25, yep. So we're just going to say the force out at second. Actually, let's go first to third. Petrocelli to Mantilla. The Dodgers strand 2. 6 scoreless innings for Wilson. Earl Wilson, the Duke, as I like to call him, now goes to an A grade for the rest of the game. God, I love that about APBA. P-Jet, how you doing? Alternate History 100 says, the new Quantum Leap could have been much better. I never saw that one. Midlife Crisis says the new Quantum Leap was dumb. I like the old one. That was with a Bakula, right? My favorite one is when he went back in time and he was a boxer. And he didn't want to throw the fight. And they're going to kill him. But he told them to bet Muhammad Ali that Ali would beat George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. That's my favorite Quantum Leap. For obvious reasons, I'm a huge boxing fan. Scott Bakula, right? Scott Bakula. Rhymes with Dracula. Bottom of the 6th, Koufax down 4-0. Earl Wilson would be an A grade the rest of the game. Base is empty chart. Koufax will face Tillman, Green, Mantilla. Doug Hunt says, yep, you're right. Did you ever see that episode? Anyone who watched the old Quantum Leap? The boxing one? That was great. I love that one. There's Rocky Marciano. He was on the field, won Louis Tiant throughout the first pitch. Rocky Marciano. Marvelous Marvin Hagler as we prepare for the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Koufax to Tillman. Tillman 0 for 2. A ground out, a strikeout. 64 to Bobby Tillman. 64, swing and a miss. Tillman goes down via the K a second time. Koufax 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts, but 4 earned runs. Alternate History 100 says, I remember that one. Yeah, that was a good one. And there are other good ones, but that's the one I remember because, again, I'm a huge boxing fan. Top of the order, Lenny Green. Green, 1 for 3 is one hit, a leadoff homer off the left arm of God. Koufax with the high leg kick delivery to Lenny Green. 32, how do you do? 32 is a 25. 25, Green. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking pitch. Koufax, what's that, 9 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts for Koufax. So we're getting Koufax has been either really good, but he's had bumps in the roads. Solo homer in the first, 2 runs in the third, and another run in the 5th. 2 outs, bases empty for Felix Mantilla. Mantilla 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, reached on an error by Gilliam, the third baseman for the Dodgers. The pitch to El Gato, the cat, Felix Mantilla, 55. 55 is an 8. That will be out number 3 as Mantilla is jammed, popped up left side near the foul line, floating back to the fair territory. Gilliam squeezes it. The Red Sox are retired. 1, 2, 3. Top of 7, 4-0 Red Sox. Top of 7, Earl Wilson has upgraded 2 pitching grades, C to a B to an A, with 6 shutout innings, can go no further. Back to the chat. Doug Hunt, Scott Bakula later was great in NCIS New Orleans. Midlife Crisis. The new one tried too hard to be different, and they rushed the core storylines because today's young people have short attention span. The old one started just as a formulaic drama. Midlife Crisis. And spoon-fed the core storylines. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. I like Dean Stockwell playing Al in the original series. That's right. Dean Stockwell. Yeah. He never made it home, huh? If I remember right. He never made it home, Scott Bakula, which was sad. Wilson to face Johnson, Fairley, and Parker. Red Sox up 4-0 in the top of the 7th. Wilson to Lou Johnson. 24 to Lou Johnson. 24. Strike 3 looking. Wilson paints the outside corner. Beautiful job of Bobby Tillman framing the pitch. 6 Ks for the Duke, Earl Wilson. Ted Williams is liking that. Teddy ball game. Not a big fan of pitching, but he likes that. Bobby Orr in the stands. Larry Bird, Jim Ed Rice. Ron Fairley steps to the left-hander's batter's box. Fairley 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Wilson rocks and deals to Fairley. That's a 21 to Ron Fairley. 21-32. Fairley swings the stick. Sends it out to right center field. Canigliaro on the run again. He lays out and makes the catch. Tony Canigliaro makes another fabulous play in right. 2 down. Earl Wilson tips his cap to the young right fielder. 2 outs, bases empty for the switch-hitting Wes Parker. Parker walked, singled, was picked off to end the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Wes Parker, who's dug in the left-hander's batter's box. 46 to Wes Parker. 46. Swing and a miss. Earl Wilson strikes out 2. The Dodgers fail to score in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Much joy and jocularity here at Fenway Park in Twilight Zone Baseball. 1965 Dodgers versus the 1965 Red Sox. 4-0. The boys from Beantown. Earl Wilson is a rockin' and a rolling. Sandy Koufax back to the mound. Koufax has quite a few strikeouts, but 4 earned runs given up. Canigliaro will lead off things after making that fabulous catch in right. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for the Red Sox. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. We flash around to the crowd once again. And there is John L. Sullivan. Sullivan buying beers for everyone he can. All right, so it's Canigliaro, Yastrzemski, Petrocelli. If anyone gets on Malzone, you can buy a lot of vowels with those 4 names. Koufax, to Tony Canigliaro, who is 2 for 3, scoring 2 runs. He struck out, singled, and doubled. Canigliaro, 31, bases empty, 31. Is a 9. Swing and a miss on a nasty breaking pitch. Oh, Canigliaro fooled badly. Koufax, I believe that's 10 Ks now for Sandy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Ks for Koufax, but the Red Sox have mustered 4 runs off them. Pesky Pole, how you doing? Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. He's doing a lot of Super Bowl highlights using Pro Strategy Football 2025. Here's the pitch to Yaz. Yaz, 2 for 3, 2 ribbies, a single, a double, and a strikeout. Yastrzemski with a 64 from Koufax, the left arm of God. 14, that will be a walk. So Yastrzemski reaches with a free pass with 1 out. Yaz at first for I like to buy a vowel, Rico Petrocelli. 1 out, 1 on, 4-0 Red Sox, 1965. Again, the 65 team could hit a bit. The pitch to Petrocelli from Koufax, that's a 14. 14's a 30. That ball is hit to left, right at Johnson, 2 down. Retreating to first is Yastrzemski. Petrocelli 0 for 4. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Red Sox. They're stunning the 65 World Series champion Dodgers and Sandy Koufax. Here's Frank Malzone. Malzone is 1 for 3. He's popped out the third, doubled in a run and struck out. Koufax looking for number 11. The pitch to big Frank Malzone, 31 to Frank Malzone from the left arm of God, 31-14. Runner at first. Ball 1 due to the Z grade, 1-0. Koufax. Yastrzemski will be off on contact. There's the pitch to Frank Malzone, 65, 35, 35. Popped up in front of the plate. Johnny Roseborough tosses the mask to the right. Waits for it to come down. Malzone and the Red Sox are retired in the bottom of the 7th. They failed to score, but we go to the top of the 8th. Still much joy and jocularity here at Fenway. 4-0, 65 Red Sox over the 65 world champion Dodgers. Earl Wilson has improved 2 pitching grades. He went from a C to a B, and now he's an A for the rest of the game. He will face the DH Don Drysdale. And if someone goes, why is Don Drysdale DHing in 1965? Look up his batting stats, and you'll understand why. Top of 8. What a gem Earl Wilson is pitching. Wilson going through his warm-up tosses. As again, we get a look at Orenthal James Simpson. Here's at the ballpark, OJ. Orenthal James Simpson. Wilson done with his warm-up tosses. Here's Don Drysdale. 0 for 2. Banged into a hard-hit ball to short double play, then struck out. Wilson to Drysdale. 36 to Don Drysdale. 36 to Don Drysdale. His alternate history 100. Booze, OJ. 36 to Don Drysdale. Is a 33 runner at first. Runner, base is empty. I'll spit it out. 33. Fielding column 2. Why pitcher gets a strikeout? Yes, Wilson strikes out Drysdale again. So we put Drysdale in the lineup, hoping for some magic, And he's 0 for 3, double play and 2 strikeouts. Wilson is now struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wilson is insane. This youngster has a big time. We're looking for big things out of this youngster. Of course, they would trade him away. 1 out for Jimmy Lefevre. Lefevre's 0 for 2. Wilson to Lefevre out of the left-hander's batter's box. He's a switch hitter. 56 to Lefevre. 56. Swing and a miss. Blows a fastball by him. 8 strikeouts for Wilson. Can he strike out the side? Johnny Roseboro 0 for 1 with a walk. Wilson wants the baseball back. Roseboro calls for time. Fenway boos. Wilson just glares at Johnny Roseboro. Says, this is for Juan Marichal. He deals to left-hand batting catcher Johnny Roseboro, the 65 Dodgers. 26. 26 to Johnny Roseboro. 26 is a 32. A 32. Fly ball. Center field. Lenny Green is there. He makes the catch. The Dodgers go quietly in the top of the 8th. Earl Wilson gets a standing ovation as he heads back to the dugout. Doug Hunt says, the juice is loose. Wow, so Earl Wilson, unbelievable. Out-dueling Sandy Koufax. What a game. What a Twilight Zone baseball game. 1965. I do believe these are the original cards. Not that I care. Look at the size of these freaking envelopes. And the person did the writing on them. And I like that because I know this is the Dodgers. Grant you, I know Koufax plays for the Dodgers. And I know the year. And that's good. Again, that's something APBA does now, but they never did before, which was really stupid. And they also, I think, put the stats on now, which is good. So Koufax, bottom of the 8th. He's looking to go the distance, and he can. He's going through his warm-up tosses. Who else? Who else? As we take another look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady in the stands. We already knew that. There's Tom Brady. So Tom Brady is here. Bobby Gibson. Bobby Gibson having a word with Ted Williams. How you doing, Ted? Good. Yeah, that's good. Wilt Chamberlain is perplexed. He can't believe Koufax is being roughed up. Wilt is still, again, if I had to start a basketball team, this is who I'm starting with. Wilt Chamberlain. Just my personal opinion. All righty. So Koufax to Eddie Brusseau. How do you do? The DH. To lead off the bottom of the 8th, Brusseau is 0 for 2. A strikeout, a ground out, and a walk. Brusseau with a 55. If it's an 8, he's out. 55 is an 8. Koufax jams and popped up to Gilliam. The third baseman makes the play. Brusseau's 0 for 3 with a walk. 1 down, bottom of the 8th. That will bring up Chuck Schilling. Schilling's reached base twice. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, singled, and popped out to Johnny Roseboro, who made a magnificent catch going into the stands. Koufax has the sign from Roseboro. The pitch to Chuck Schilling. 44 for Chuck Schilling. Man, we're going doubles crazy. That's an 8. He jams and popped up third base to Gilliam. Koufax just really jamming that ball on the inside now. 2 pop-ups to Gilliam at third. 2 outs. Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. A Bostonian saying he wants Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you want Wilt Chamberlain? I absolutely would take Wilt Chamberlain. I take Wilt Chamberlain at center, Larry Bird at 1 forward, Magic Johnson at a guard. I mean, there's so many good players. So Bird, Johnson, Chamberlain, because Magic Johnson can play anywhere. Jordan. I need another forward. My other forward, Bill Russell. Bill Russell would be my power forward. I'll take those guys. I'll take those 5. And again, you can take any guys you want. That's the 5 I would go. I'd go with Chamberlain at center, Russell at power forward, Larry Bird at small forward, Jordan at shooting guard, Michael Jordan, Irvin Magic Johnson, point guard who can play anywhere. Those are my 5. I'm happy with them. 2 outs for Bob Tillman. The pitch to Tillman. The Red Sox catcher's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts in the ground out. 42 to Bobby Tillman. 42 is a 12. That's an interesting play. A 12. Hard hit ball to first. Parker backhands it, wins the foot race to the bag. Red Sox go 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Earl Wilson is coming out, trying for the shutout. Dodgers trail 4-0. And for the Dodgers, it's going to be the top of the order. Wills, Gilliam, Davis, if anyone gets on, Johnson. Remember, Earl Wilson started off as a C-grade pitcher. 5 shutout innings, went to B grade, 6 shutout innings. He's now an A grade pitcher. So that's huge. As we take our last look, maybe, of all the celebrities here at Fenway Park. Jim Plunkett, Mark the Bird Fidrich, Sweetness, Walter Payton, the Little Professor, Dami DiMaggio, one of my all-time favorites, Doug Flutie, John L. Sullivan, the Boston Strong Boy, Bob Gibson, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Wilt Chamberlain, Gino Cappelletti, Arnold Palmer, Orenthal James Simpson, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, The Rock, Rocky Marciano, and the man who threw out the first pitch, El Tiante, Louis Tiant. As well as Jim Rice, Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, Larry Bird. Elvis has supposedly been seen in the building. I have to get me an Elvis trading card. That's a good idea. I have to get an Elvis trading card. All right, here we go. Can Earl Wilson and the Red Sox complete the 4-0 shutout against the Dodgers? Wilson to Maury Wills, who's 0 for 3, a ground out and 2 strikeouts. 35, bases empty. 35, Maury Wills, switch hitter batting lefty, the speedster. 35 is a 9. He's an A-grade pitcher. Swing and a miss. That's what the A grade does. Had he been a C grade still, it would have been a base hit. But he has pitched so well, he moved to an A grade. Blows a fastball right by Maury Wills. Maury Wills, the hat trick you don't want. Wilson is really pitching a magnificent game here at Fenway. To the faithful congregation at Fenway Park. Fenway Park on its feet. Gilliam steps to the plate. 0 for 3. He did reach on the error by Chuck Schilling at second. Wilson has the sign from Bobby Tillman. The pitch to Jim Gilliam. It's a 12 to Gilliam. A 12 is a 25. Gilliam swings the stick. Ground ball to Schilling. Schilling knocks it down, bobbles it, throws, and they just nip Gilliam. Nice stretch by Mantilla. 2 away. Everyone on their feet here at Fenway Park. Willie Davis, the last hope. Last call for alcohol at 2. You're through. How appropriate as we approach 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wilson to Willie Davis, the left-handed batting center fielder for the Dodgers. It's a 45. 45 to Willie Davis. Oh, he walks. Oh. Davis walks. Inning stays alive. Tillman goes out to have a word with Wilson. Wilson could be tiring. He says he's okay. Tillman looks to the dugout, nods his head. They're going to let Earl Wilson try to win this thing, go the distance. 2 outs. Fast runner Willie Davis at first. Lou Johnson steps to the plate. The left fielder has doubled, grounded out, and struck out. Wilson takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. Fenway waiting to erupt. The pitch to Lou Johnson, 34 to Lou Johnson. 34 is a 31. Towering fly ball to left. Yastrzemski comes in a few steps. He waits for it. He squeezes it. The Red Sox of 1965, behind the wonderful pitching of Robert Earl, the Duke of Earl Wilson, shut out the left arm of God, Sandy Koufax, and the Dodgers 4-0. Unbelievable. With our first look of an original, I believe, 1965 APBA set. At least that's what it said. And I bought this for under $35. And look at these envelopes. And there's wear and tear on them. And there's only 20 players per team. But you know what? I was able to put Sandy Koufax, and I have him in other games, and I have him in the first all-time great set for APBA, which I got from Chris White. But it's so fun to have Sandy Koufax on the table and any Red Sox team. So thank you very much. Player of the game, well, we got to give it to Earl Wilson, who threw a shutout in the 4-0 victory. So Earl Wilson is the MVP. He is the winning pitcher. Koufax goes 8, gives up 4 runs, but Sandy struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Koufax struck out 10, but gave up 4 runs. He went 8. Wilson went 9 innings, no runs. Wilson struck out 1, 2, 3. Got Maury Wills 3 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He struck out 9. Koufax did give up a home run. What a start. Lenny Green homers to lead off the bottom of the first. And things went the Red Sox way after that. So the losing pitcher, unfortunately, is my beloved Sandy Koufax, but I'm happy that the Red Sox won. The winning pitcher and MVP of the game, Robert Earl Wilson, the Duke. 9 innings, no runs, 9 strikeouts. As always, I like to say thank you. That was a lot of fun showing off the 1965 set. Hope you enjoyed it. I might be doing some sort of soccer-style season with this, probably almost all of it offline, where I line up all the teams and they play each other twice. And you have to use every pitcher at least once and every player at least once. And that's pretty easy to do with teams with only 20 carded players. So, and again, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll get back to our 1976 Bicentennial Tournament in Stratomatic Baseball, playing Advanced My Way. Also, we're going to get back to APBA 1981 What If American League Pennant. The A's lead the Brewers 2-1, Game 4 in Milwaukee, coming up in the near future. All right, so Morris Johnson says he has that Bobby Orr card. And the entire set, yeah, it's a nice Bobby Orr card. I have a Bobby Orr card, but it's with Chicago. So I wanted to get one with him. This was a good year for Bobby. This is 74-75. Played 80 games, 46 goals, 89 assists, 135 points, 101 penalty minutes. Bobby Orr. My favorite, Bobby Orr. You guys can all take Gretzky and all those other dudes. You give me Bobby Orr, I'm very happy. Bobby Orr was tough and could play hockey. Wayne Gretzky couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Great. Wayne Gretzky's great. All-time great. But I'll take Bobby Orr. And you got Jim Ed Rice, 1978. And that's his MVP season. Rice, 46 homers, 139 ribbies, 315 batting average. I'll take Jimmy. Ted Williams, it's Ted Williams. Fighter pilot, war hero, excellent baseball player. If he played all those seasons, would have broke all the records batting-wise, in my opinion. And Larry Bird, this is Larry Bird card 88, 89. Still averaged 19 points a game. Actually, he was injured a lot. He only played 6 games. But I also have a Larry Bird card with Indiana State. I picked up. That's pretty cool. I've shown all these cards before. Anyway, thank you very much. Dave Gardner's doing a football game, I'm pretty sure. I think it's online, so if you want, go check that out. I'd like to thank Morris Johnson, World's Worst Gamer, Alternate History 100. Please check out and subscribe to that channel. Dwayne March YouTube Network. Please check out and subscribe to that channel. The Pesky Pole. Check out and subscribe to his wonderful channel. Midlife Crisis. Thank you. P Jet was here. Thank you. Our good friend Robert, RJL Network. Check out and subscribe to his wonderful channel for Inside Pitch Baseball. Sports Time Machine was here. Check out and subscribe to Mr. Utah Mike's channel. Doug Hunt, thank you. To Sunken 007. Michael Kanastari, check out and subscribe to his channel. He's partners with Dave Gardner in the Digital to Dice Con coming up in May. Mark Ferguson, thank you. And if you're interested in that, please contact Dave Gardner or Michael Kanastari. And there's a website for that also. Ken Castro, thank you. Swedish Jeff 2024, thank you. Check out his channel and subscribe. That's Swedish _Jeff _2024. Triple G Sports Replays, thank you. Check out and subscribe to his channel. Of course, Uncle Dave Gardner. Dave Volsky, please check out and subscribe to his new channel. Unfortunately, YouTube took down his beautiful football channel with all those wonderful highlights. So let's build his fan base back up. And that is, I think, everybody. Can we scroll any further? We had a nice lively chat here. Hopefully I said hello to you if I missed you on the way out, when you were on the way in. Scroll. That's it. I think we got everybody. If you watched and did not jump in the press booth, that's okay too, but feel free to do that. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Enjoy YouTube and the wonderful content creators we have. Sub, like, share them as well as me. If you like the stream, please hit that like button. If you've not subscribed to myself and you want to, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Enjoy the football games. If you're watching that, enjoy whatever you want. There's always a lot of great YouTube content in our community on YouTube. So you can watch a football game and still check out the FOC. Friends of the channel, friends of the community. It's very easy to join. You just sub, like, share myself as well as community members. It's the FOC, the place to be. Come back where everybody knows your name and they are glad you came. Treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. I love you all. Stay safe. Be smart. We'll see you very soon. The 1965 Red Sox and Earl Wilson shut out the 65 Dodgers and Sandy Koufax 4-0. You know what's coming up next. What's coming up next? Peace.